So you go and do a research for yourself, okay, on different patterns of data you have and apply the rules yourself in your company. And whenever you see the data tomorrow in your process, please go ahead and observe this trend of time order data and see whether it satisfies these three conditions. If any one of these three conditions it goes through, that means that this process is not stable. Okay, so you should read the patterns like this. You can have different, it doesn't mean it has to jump. Even if it is alternating in the same point also, then it is a problem. There is a specific causes of variation. In this case, when it is alternating continuously up and down on one side, that means somebody is meddling with the data or meddling with the process. These are all some notes for you, additional notes for you to find out different patterns of data. And unless you practice your own data and try to introspect with a different understanding of these patterns, you will not become professional in analyzing this data. Okay, now comes adding control limits. Okay, now we can add control limits to the data. So now, when you talk about control charts, the first thing is UCL means upper control limit, LCL means lower control limit. Now, this upper control limit and lower control limit is derived from the data points. This is derived from process data and it is not established by people. This is the notes you must take. The specification limits are established by the customer or people, whereas the control limits are determined by the process. This is very important, okay? Now, if you see here in this is same as the time plot, but the control limits are calculated from the data and added. And how we are going to calculate the control limits depending upon what type of data that we are seeing. It can be an individual plot. It can be a moving range chart. It can be X bar R chart. I will actually explain all the different types of charts, that patterns of data that we can have and how to calculate the control limits of all this. And particularly from here, this is only for serious people. The center line is usually average instead of median. Okay, now from median, we are going to average. When do you use average? When do you use median? Is when we start establishing control limits, we slowly, for the individual plot, we use something. For the average chart, we use something which I'll explain you short.